Hello there. This is an add-on to the video that I made about my Toshiba Click Mini model L9W-B-100 tablet with detachable keyboard. I have had a couple of days time now to experiment with this little unit and to make it work the way I want it to. So I'm going to share some of my experiences. Now, first of all, the case. This appears to be rather sensitive when it comes to picking up dirt. I already have several traces, several dark traces on here. I don't really know how they got on there, and they don't really seem to clean off, so you definitely have to be careful with that. As we open the unit up, the sticker is gone, and unfortunately, now you're probably not going to be able to see it on video even if I was going to zoom in. Under the sticker were a bunch of scratches. So this unit actually came pre-scratched straight out of the factory. Not very good. The keyboard is a rather flimsy thing. It bends and flexes. Might be able to see it. And the mouse pad, well, for one thing, it's very small, but that has to be expected as the whole unit is very small, so I'm not criticizing that. However, unfortunately, this is not very responsive, so very often I go to touch it and move the mouse pointer around, and nothing happens until I start to go crazy on there. Then it's going to start working, but that's kind of annoying. Now, one feature that I was just trying it once again, and I couldn't get it to work. Whenever I initially got the unit, you press the power button for a short time and it would pop up with a little display giving you an overview of the battery condition. Unfortunately, it seems like that has gone away, which might be because I have changed the operating system on there. Anyway, as we press the power button for an extended amount of time, eventually this is going to turn on. Shows the Toshiba logo, which interestingly also stays there whenever Windows is booting up. So there it is. As you can see, I have replaced the original Windows 8.1 with Windows 10, and that really was something else. I had massive problems getting that to work. What I eventually ended up doing is I got the Windows 10, I downloaded the Windows 10 and created a bootable USB device. However, this laptop, unless you put on a different BIOS revision and change a bunch of settings in both the Windows and the BIOS, is not going to boot from USB media. So I made the USB thumb drive with the Windows 10, and I then started it from the Windows 8.1. I had to disconnect the laptop from the internet because all the updates that Windows 10 normally downloads during the upgrade process, that didn't work. For some reason, the Windows Update service on the Windows 8.1 that was on here previously always locked up. And so the installation just didn't go anywhere. It didn't make any progress. It just got stuck. So once again, use a USB media, disconnect the thing from the internet, then it is going to work. So as usual, you have to press a random button to get to the password screen. Enter the password. As you can see, this thing is really quite fast. It boots into the Windows 10 tablet mode, so as you can see we are getting these stupid tiles that are so extremely useless when you're using a regular PC. But the nice thing is, on the Windows 10, that this is switchable. You get on this tablet a feature that you don't get on your regular desktop PC. You wipe from the side and you have this menu pop up. Now this is all in German, this is the German edition of course, so there's no point in zooming this in, but basically you can activate and deactivate the tablet mode simply by clicking on there, and as you can see, the tiles turn into the Windows 10 Start menu, and as we touch the desktop just once, there it is, and we now have a proper laptop computer. So there is that. You have the little menu on the side with a bunch of shortcuts. The settings are mostly there on the desktop edition of Windows 10 as well. They're just kind of hidden, such as the airplane mode, which is down there and deactivates all the wireless connections. Once I passed through the difficulties with installing Windows 10, everything went as it should, although differently from the normal process. Whenever I initially installed Windows 10, of course, it ended up missing some of the drivers, such as the display driver, and I started looking around on the Toshiba website for drivers, and they don't have any. They just have that BIOS update that I was talking about, but there are no drivers at all. So you may want to keep this in mind when you want to go with sort of an oddball operating system. You could put a Linux on here, but only if the Linux comes with the drivers required to drive all the hardware that's there, because Toshiba does not offer any drivers. The Windows 10, it took a while, something around 5 minutes. Then it installed the drivers, it downloaded them from the internet and installed the drivers, and this thing is fully functional. This has all the drivers it needs, so Windows does have all the drivers for this tablet available. This tablet is, in the end, a standard, I think you call it an x86 computer, x86 processor architecture, so you can put any piece of standard desktop PC software on here. As you can see, I have the Firefox, I have a Thunderbird, I have the VLC media player, and so on and so forth. This really, although it is a tablet, it totally, completely behaves like your standard desktop PC, laptop, computer, etc., which is really quite nice. No Android, no sort of special oddball operating systems. This is, of course, a two-piece unit. The Windows 10 really doesn't care. You can simply go ahead, you push the unlock button, you take the tablet off. As you can see, the Windows, it doesn't mess up, it doesn't throw any error messages or notifications at you. You're now simply, once again, you pull out that little menu, you can activate the tablet mode, get your tiles back, and there you go. You got a Windows tablet. And you can also just simply reconnect the thing to the keyboard. As you can see, once again, no error messages, no notifications, no nothing. The Windows simply keeps on working. And as you can see, as you can hopefully see, the mouse pad as well as the keyboard, they are both fully functional immediately. So that's quite nice. The battery life of this unit is pretty good. Of course, Toshiba claims up to 13 hours of battery life. I haven't had a chance to test that yet, simply because so far, throughout all this week that I had the laptop, it has not even fully discharged the batteries once. I will have to say, charging this unit seems to take a very, very long time. Of course, that is charging both the built-in battery as well as the additional battery in the keyboard unit. So, that's all I really wanted to say about this little Toshiba Click Mini tablet with detachable keyboard. That's my experiences with this unit so far. So it is kind of a mixed bag, as you have heard. There are negative things, negative aspects about this unit, as well as positive aspects. Thanks for watching.